everybody, it's Kim here from Kyms Homestead, coming to you from the kitchen in 2025. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and a very happy New Year. I hope you all brought in the new year with peace, love and joy. So, I'm starting off this year with a new pantry challenge. I have mentioned it a couple of times last year, but I thought I would just top up on it. And for those of you that don't know what a pantry challenge is, Jess from Three Rivers Homestead brought in, well, she started a pantry challenge a few years ago now, and she usually goes on it for 2 months, starting from January every year. And during that time, you just live out of what's in the pantry. Now, where she is, it's usually winter time, so it's not too bad. I mean, you're usually making soups and stews and casseroles and things like that. Here in Australia, it actually is during summertime. Normally the garden's fairly abundant at this time, although things are starting to finish up and die off. And there's usually not a great deal left in, let's see, by the end of January, everything's pretty well died off. The temperatures are around the 45 plus, so it's pretty darn hot. It's too hot for most things to grow. So yeah, we live out of our pantry then, and then of course comes autumn. Autumn is the time to plant up your gardens again, and then winter time is basically our main growing period because everything is growing usually pretty well during winter time, except when we get like big frosts. We can get, I think the coldest it's been here is like 5 below. So not what some people experience, that's for sure, but it's certainly cold enough for my old tail, I can tell you that. But anyway, the rules of the pantry challenge are you make up what you want. If you want to go grocery shopping for, milk and bread and things like that, that's what you do. If you want to go shopping for fresh veggies as well, that's what you do. My main aim is to live out of the pantry or any associated areas, that be not only my big pantry. I have a whole bedroom that I turned into a pantry, but my day pantry as well, which I turned my laundry or my linen closet into my day pantry, and also my fridges and my freezers. Now I've got 2 fridges and 5 freezers. There's a small freezer above my fridge in the, I'll call it a butler's pantry. It's the old laundry So I keep spare veggies, any of my drinks, and of course the cat food, which is in the little freezer above the fridge part. I have a big stand-up freezer in the kitchen, as well as a big hybrid fridge in the kitchen as well. They are my two main ones, and then I have 3 large chest freezers out in my shed. So that would include all of those particular areas, plus what I have in the garden. So there's quite a lot there. This is why I like to extend my season of Pantry Challenge, because there's such a big area, and basically I'm providing meals for 2, so there's not a lot to get through. So, and I like to be able to sort of work my way through the old stock first. I like to be able to clean out my fridges, my freezers, rotate stock, and it's a good time to have a good inventory of whatever I have, and maybe get rid of some old freezer burnt stuff or whatever, which goes into my new flock of chickens. So they're going to be deliriously happy this year, and very fat probably. So I thought I would start off with a pantry tour, and basically show you everything that I've got and where it is, and probably some thoughts and that along the way. So let's start with the bulk pantry, which is in one of the spare rooms of the new homestead. Okay, coming into the pantry. Now, it's not normally this light. I have the curtains pulled back and the lights on, but normally the room is kept fairly dark. So, let's come in. So this is aisle number 1, and in the wardrobe this is where I keep my garlic and potatoes. Down here, in there, that's the last of the potatoes I pulled out when I picked the corn. I still have a couple there left, and there is my garlic harvest. There's some herbs that I still haven't found homes for yet, and this cupboard here that Barney thinks is wonderful to jump in and out of is where I keep all my spare jars. So in this drawer we have pasta, and as you can see, I'm fairly ripe for pasta for a while. Then I have rice. Now these are cooked rice, so I've got the special fried rice, the long grain rice, and the rice cups. So I'm ripe for rice for a while. Down here are the continental meal packets. I'm right for them for a while. Down the bottom is like spare batters and chicken seasonings and things like that. And yeah, chicken seasoning. Some canning equipment. Over here I have my udon noodles and wok noodles. There's also dry noodles, all my noodle sort of products. Here I have more spares in stuffing mixes, arrowroot powder, hamburger helper, things like that. There's also plant-based meat products in there too. Down here is where I keep my rings. This drawer is small rings and the bottom drawer is large rings. And of course that's where I keep my canner. Up top is just spare stuff, big jars and that sort of thing. My cupcake holders, things like that. Right, round the other side is where I keep my Wilcannia handbags and my essences. You've got all my flavoured essences and food colourings. And there's also a couple of vinegars as well. Right, let's head around to the other side. Okay, this is aisle number 2. Now, let's see. Right, this is the central, I basically call it the soup rack. It's mainly got all my tin products. So we have, let's see, this one is crab meat in brine. I've got 2 of those. And this one is prawns in brine. I've got 2 of those. Then we have sardines. Then we have, let's see, that's edamame. I grabbed a small pack of those to try. I haven't got round to yet. These are my small things of gravy, such as chicken gravy, red meat gravy, that sort of thing. These are spares that I keep in here for the day pantry. Down here, I'm pretty sure this is bamboo shoot. Yep. There's a couple of them. What's that one? Oh yeah, sliced water chestnuts. They're really good in a stir fry. I like them. Passion fruit in a tin, and tomato paste. coconut milk and ham in a tin. I've got creamy carnation milk and Nestle's condensed milk. Then I have some pineapple, and this here is all beetroot. Some more pineapple, crushed pineapple for when I'm making pizzas, some red beans, and this one is spaghetti, Heinz spaghetti. I'll put that tin back up later. Down here I have baked beans in ham sauce. I don't particularly like this one, but my carer does, so they can have them. And baked beans in tomato sauce, which I like these ones. Then I have tuna in the big tin for making tuna casseroles and having with salads and whatnot. Then I have baby corn. They're really good in stir fries. And corn kernels. Then I have my chicken soup mix, which anybody that's been on my channel knows that I like to have for lunch. Down the bottom is a variety of soups. There's cream of mushroom, cream of celery, cream of chicken. There's chunky potato and bacon, chunky vegetables, tomato, chicken and corn. They're all the soups. Up the top we have mushrooms. Next to that is chicken stew, braised steak and onion, beef stew, mushroom and steak, mixed veggies, French onion soup, beef and onion soup, veggie soup, and along there we have all different meal bases. Alright, over here we have salmon in a can, a couple of different sizes there, and tuna, all different flavoured tunas. We have caramelised onion, cabbage, celery, coleslaw, beans, pumpkin, and a few different types of potato. Now I'm not real keen on the potato, but I had an overload of cheap bags of potato and I needed to do something with them, so I canned them. But I just don't like them. Then we have a whole heap of asparagus. Now I like asparagus, but I'm not overly keen on it being canned. It's really mushy, but I'll get through it. I may make some asparagus, cream of asparagus soup or something like that this year during winter. Then we have a whole heap of corn. We did really well on the corn this year, so I canned up quite a lot of it. I also froze quite a lot of it, and I've got more to pick, so we'll see how that goes. Then we have some turnips out of our last garden and some assorted veggies, peas, chopped mushrooms, carrots, the tikka masala you saw out of one of my last grocery shops, some ketchup, some pizza sauce, tomatoes, there's both crushed and diced. Then I've got tomato juice, there's salsa, spaghetti sauce and passata. Down here I have a whole lot of vegetable broth, chicken and vegetable broth. It's mostly all vegetable broth along here. Onion stock, rabbit stock, oxtail stock, mushroom stock, lamb stock, duck stock, beef stock, and ham stock, and chicken stock. So I'm pretty well all stocked up for stock. It's quite a lot. Down here are my fats. I've got vegetable oil. I've got spray bottles for cooking with, extra virgin oil, barbecue oil. I've got the oil out of the anchovy bottle that you buy anchovies. I keep the oil. It's got good flavourings in it. And fat. Now this has been on the shelf for a while. Not real sure how good it is anymore. So I thought I would make some fat bombs this year for the chickens. So we'll see how that goes. Basically it's just rendered fat, and you mix in a whole heap of seeds and vegetables and whatnot in it, and you put it in the fridge to harden off. And during the winter time, when the chooks really need that extra protein boost, they've got a fat bomb there, probably one a week or something like that for them. And it just helps with producing new feathers to recover themselves. It's good for them. Down here I have steak, goat, roast lamb, pickled silverside, pickled pork, duck, rabbit, that's rabbit thighs. This is rabbit mince. Then I have hamburger mince, turkey, I think there's chunks and mince in there, chicken legs, chicken breast, chicken thighs, and chicken wings. Down underneath I have a whole heap of the cannellini beans. There's a couple of big tins of that. Now that's a 2.5 kilo tin, which I picked up from Cheapest Chips for $3 each, which was a real bargain. So I want to learn how to make the tomato sauce for baked beans, and I'm going to can some of that so that I can parcel up meal size worth of beans and have the baked beans rather than keep buying it. Then I have a big container of gravy mix. This one here is apple cider vinegar and a cordial. Then party supplies, you know, paper plates, that sort of thing, napkins. And over there is where I keep my supplies for making cakes and cupcakes and biscuits and that with the grandies when they come over. Not that they come over very much anymore for that sort of thing, but that's where the supplies are. Maybe they'll decide to one day. Right, into the other side of the aisle. So up the very top there is where I keep my soft drinks. Then in here I have I'm pretty sure it's pineapple and mandarin in vodka, cherries, don't know, it's a little hard to see, I can't lift my head up that much. Then I have strawberries, peaches, zucchini and fruit juice, mulberries, apple quince pie filling, strawberry pie filling, nectarines, kumquats, fruit jelly, olives, mangoes and dried or powdered egg. Over here I have nectarine marmalade, persimmon jam, apricot jam, peach jelly, spice quince jam, apple peach butter, strawberry jam, corn cob jelly, 3 fruits marmalade, mulberry jam, there's quite a lot of that, mulberry syrup. Then we have pears in cherry syrup, and what's this one? Strawberry pie filling. I think that's cherry pie filling. Also cherry jam. That one's another jam. I forget the name of it. And some more jams along there, and cranberry sauce. Down here we have, let's see, spice plum, green plum, Asian veggies sauce, satay sauce, teriyaki, easy sauce, barbecue pepper, barbecue mustard sauce, spicy red sauce, fish sauce, HP sauce, soy sauce, mint sauce, Worcestershire sauce, sweet chili sauce, soy, honey and garlic sauce. There's some sriracha at the back there too. I don't eat that much, it's too hot. Sesame oil, liquid smoke, mint seasoning, spring roll sauce, cooking wine, hoisin sauce and strawberry sauce. Down here I've got a couple that's either going to the chooks or eaten in some way. Here's a bourbon chicken. Not overly fussed on that. I'll probably turn it into eggs. And this one is the last of my meatloaf. So it's all right. It's nothing flash. As I said, it's way too much for me. I wouldn't be able to eat a quarter of it. Okay, so along here we have some dill pickles that I've just finished making. Some sweet mustard pickles, tomato chutney, green tomato chutney, quince chutney, zucchini chutney, some lemon juice that I just got. In behind is some mulberry juice. Then we have apricot syrup, more apricot syrup at the back, and pineapple juice. Down here, large packet of chippies, some more dried noodles, some spare rice, pancake mix. I bought them when the kids were staying over on occasion, or they'd call in before school, but now they don't, so it just sits there. Well, so I've got to try and use that somehow. Over here we have some noodles again, and these are my sweetened, like my stevia sugars, isomalt, monk fruit, malt extract, that sort of thing I keep there. Down underneath is my packets of, I'll call them slippery Sams. I don't know what you call them otherwise. I only know them as slippery Sams. Underneath that is a whole box of stuff that I keep for keto snacks and so forth. They're really good when you want to sugar-free sort of a snack. And in here is my other snack box, which I keep, you know, biscuits for guests coming over, packets of chips and anything like that, especially dry biscuits. I keep them in here because they're out of any mice or anything like that. They can't get into the packets. And underneath I've got a whole box of both pineapple and mushrooms. So just little extra jars of pineapple and mushrooms. Right, that is aisle number 2. Aisle number 3 is, let's start up the top. Right, that's just backing on to what I've already showed you. So right here I have the dry soup bases, you know, chicken noodle and that sort of thing. Meal bases which are dry, such as the casserole bases, the base for chicken chow mein and that sort of thing, apricot chicken, all sorts of meal bases. And in here are the wet meal bases. Let's see, we've got deviled sausages, stir fries, more sausages, satay chicken stir fry, butter chicken, all those sort of things. Over here we have gravies and toppers, such as your bacon topper, your onion topper, that sort of thing. Also, you know, coatings for frying your chicken. Here we have bakes for potato bake, casseroles, such as your cauliflower bakes, that sort of thing, cheesy bakes, tuna bake, that sort of thing. Over here we have juices. Here I have some pineapple juice for a project later on, some juice boxes for the grandies, some full cream milks. Then we've got some almond coconut milk, vanilla almond custard, and some long life cream. We also have our products for the washing machine, such as fabric softeners, real soap, sunscreen, AirGuard, Bushman's. That one's also a mosquito repellent, fly sprays, cleaners, air fresheners, toilet paper. No, I'm not going to run out of toilet paper for a while. Then we have cleaners, dishwashing liquid, dishwashing pellets, more liquid, the conditioner that goes in your dishwasher, coffee, teas, cocoa, different coffees, you know, your cappuccino, that sort of thing, more tea, salted caramel, love the salted caramel, and some herbs. These here back on to the other side, these are the jams which have gone right back. Got rosemary, sesame seeds. Got puddings such as your instant puddings, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, that sort of thing. There's also yogurts in there as well. And some Licum bases such as Singapore noodles, stir-fry noodles, lemon, chicken, that sort of thing for a Chinese night. Down here we have some vanilla protein powder, some spray and wipe, pear halves, peach halves, tissues, gentle wash floor cleaner, stain remover, sugar soap, herbs, some assorted things such as pads for my floor cleaner, toilet things, spare cleaning cloths, that sort of thing. Down here is more herbs and some cat food. The other big bag of cat food is there. More herbs and laundry detergents are over there. This one here is, you see the cat food down the bottom. So I'm ripe for cat food for a little while. These are my powders. I've got biscuit crumb, citrus flavouring, banana flavouring, psyllium husks, that sort of thing. Up here I have dried fruit. I've got apple, blueberry, strawberries, mixed fruit, sultanas, oranges, all sorts of things. Up here is a sort of overload from the mixed fruit, but there's also some dried potato in there as well. And some pet products. I've got flea products and goodies for the cats. This is where they come and go. And they can come out whenever they want, go outside. Barney's enjoying himself outside at the moment. Okay, now we start with the bookshelves. So, down the bottom, let's see, I have some custard powders and stuff like, you know, flax seeds and nutritional yeast and things like that. More herbs. Beans. Got all sorts of beans. There's the northern white beans, lima beans, soup beans, split peas, more soup mix at the back there, red kidney beans, black beans. Up there we have orange lentils, macaroni, couscous, mixed greens, and more couscous. Up there are your salts. And over here is the chia seeds, vegetable protein meat. Here I keep breadcrumbs, wheat bix, salada biscuits, Down here is my milk powders. I've got both full cream milk and skim milk. Coconut flour. Panko breadcrumbs. Epsom salts at the back there. Almond flour, more panko crumbs. There's the box of pavlova that never got used at Christmas. Dried fruits. Nice big tub of molasses, and underneath is it's a brownstone flour, which I use on my pizza bases. Right up the top there is a box of individually parcelled mixed nuts, which I keep for just nibbling on every now and again. They're all vacuum sealed. That there is a big box of cup of soup mixes. Then we have baking products. There's also a big thing there of ice cream cups as well. There's mashed potato, there's pancake mix, suet mix, some Asian meals, individual dessert, sort of like a self-sourcing desserts, jellies and junkets. That one is that box there. All sorts of jellies. Here we have all sorts of cakes, cupcakes, pies, cheesecakes, slices, all of those sort of things to be made. And some of the products that goes on them. Here we have nuts, all sorts of nuts. There's some coffee whitener there. Here I have some bases for some little cakes and polenta, custard, cream stabilizer, baking powder, corn flour, that sort of thing. Down here I have rice cream, some refills for peanut butter and Vegemite. To the back is lemon curd, more nut products here. And this one is Nutella and cashew spread. That one's slivered almonds, goes up there. Here we have all sorts of condiments, corn relish, mango chutney, mustards, garlic, mayo, fig glaze, roasted garlic, all sorts of ranch dressing, Thousand Island dressing, caramel sauce, all sorts of things. Down the bottom is sugars. There's 3 kilo bags of white sugar. I got 2 of them, and some brown sugar and vanilla essence and vinegars, red wine vinegar, malt vinegar and apple cider vinegar. Down the very bottom there is the cat food that I made, which the cats just refused to eat, the little sods. So that will be made up with the fat balls for the chooks, and I'll turn it into eggs. In here we have, those are dehydrated mini marshmallows for making hot chocolates. There's, to the back there, pistachio nuts, some biscuits for making biscuit bases for cakes and cheesecakes and that. And up there is just a flow all from spices and tomato sauce and that sort of thing. And right next to it is the current container of dry cat food being used. So there is the bulk pantry. Quite a lot. So let's go and have a look at the daytime pantry. So here we are at the daytime pantry, or my everyday pantry. Not much up the top, mainly because I can't reach it. There is the bulk honey. Then we have some baking products. I think is vinegars and some dried mushrooms. In here is the breakfast products, muesli, oatmeal. At the back there is Cocoa Pops and I think that's porridge sachets. And in here is some individual bags of cornflakes and that I got when I was away. Down here, let's see. In here is condiments. So we've got cooking wine, hoisin sauce, soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, cooking sake, Worcestershire, vanilla essence, sesame oil, stevia, peanut butter, that sort of thing. In here, let's see, we have the saladas, some Ritz, pasta, maize flour and some low sugar biscuits. And here is some noodles. Down here we have the oils, vegetable oil, olive oil, grapeseed oil. To the back there is powdered sugar, some fettuccine. To the back is self-raising flour. In here are my baking products. Got sugars, stevia, coconut, powdered egg, cornbread, minute rice, that sort of thing. Underneath are my flours. Got bread flour, plain flour, and raw sugar. Up in here I have my rice, such as rice ariso and two different lots of white rice. I think there's jasmine rice at the back and normal white rice at the front, and bicarb soda. In here is more baking products, more icing sugar, arrowroot, bicarb baking powder. These packet mixes, continental packet mixes, noodles, bit of rice in there too, and pasta. Then I've got this little shelf which also has baking things on it, mainly my everyday spices and whatnot that I use. There's also gravy mix, custard mix, corn flour, that sort of thing. There's baking powder there, and the little doodads, hat thingies that you put on your food. Down here, more spices and whatnot, and more spices down there. So as you can see, I do like my spices, but I really need to find a way of consolidating them, because I'm finding bits and pieces and things that I've doubled and tripled up on because I can't find the other stuff. I really miss my great big spice rack that I had. Okay, the first of the freezers. This is the small freezer, and in here I have grated carrot, grated zucchini, pizza and cat food, and croissants in that bag, and a few bits and pieces over here, mainly breakfast stuff. Not that I eat breakfast anymore, I don't. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. Maybe I'll have breakfast for dinner a few times. So that's freezer number 1. Fridge is where I keep all my drinks and some of my spare canned goods, such as cherry sauce, cherry glaze, relishes, garlic, that sort of thing. Right, inside my main fridge, it's a hell of a mess. It is just after Christmas, so yeah, really needs a good clean out. Getting there. That was from lunch. It may become tea or it may become chook food. In here is where I keep mainly cheeses, creams, that sort of thing, some fats, and obviously a cabbage. In here is some keto snacks as well as baking goods, chocolates, you know, cooking chocolates and glazed cherries, things like that, and normal cherries, which I've got to de-pit shortly. And vegetable drawer is all my current vegetables. So that is my fridge at its current state. Now for my inside freezer at its current state. So it is pretty well packed to the gills at the moment. So up the top is where I keep seafood products, and there's also a small thing of meatloaf there, which will take a while to get through, but it's mainly salmon and prawns in there at the moment. Over here I've got sandwich meat. Then I have ice creams. Then I have bacon, ham, sausages, that sort of thing. Down here I have milk, cheeses, butter and fats, and that flows over to this one here. Over here I have pre-made meals. Down here I have pre-made lunches, some hand pies and that sort of thing. In here is some leftover breakfast stuff like, you know, your English muffins, that sort of thing. Down here is fried foods for when I have a fry night. You know, chips and usually sausage rolls, but it's too full at the moment. In here is my vegetable drawer. There's a little bit of carryover from the other ones because there's no room. So there's lots and lots and lots of vegetables at the moment going into this pantry challenge. Down here we have red meats, and there's carryover from the top one of the fish with the prawns. I bought up on some prawns prior to Christmas thinking I would be sharing them out, but nobody liked prawns, so looks like I get to eat them by myself. And the chicken thigh fillets that I purchased the other day, I had no room in the chicken drawer, so they went in this one as well. And the chicken drawer has a big thing of strawberries, as well as lots of different types of chicken products. There's buttermilk chicken and chicken tenders and chicken pieces, and there's like Kentucky Fried Chicken and chicken schnitzel and all sorts of chicken in there. The door has lots of dips, gravies, blueberries, avocado. That's a meal that wouldn't fit in the other one. That's different fruits as well. Pizza bases, spaghetti sauce, because these wouldn't seal, so they went into the freezer. Chicken meat. Cheese, shredded cheese, yeast. That one is hamburger. Passion fruit pulp. This one is homemade sausage rolls, garlic, lemon, fish, blueberries and mandarins. So that is the state of the inside freezer. So now we will go out and have a look at the chest freezers in the shed. So here is the first freezer. Now unfortunately I can't pull it all out for you because it would take too long. They'd all thaw out and it would just, it's not practical for me, I'm afraid. But there's a whole heap of sausages. Down under there is a big ham that I bought for Christmas, but didn't use. There's also party pies, party pastries. There's corn that we did together just recently. I have steaks, sausages, not sausages, whole heap of steaks anyway. There's bread, there's more ice creams, there's baskets of chicken, baskets of pork. So this is pretty well a big meat, it's a big meat freezer. So this is why I can't pull it all out, because it's just too heavy for me. I have to start working my way through it. This one here is mainly where I keep all my spare vegetables, nuts when I purchase them, so that they won't go rancid, fats, things like that. Fruits, cheeses, butters. Hang on. Okay, so you can see down here I have a friendship bread mix, which I'll have to do something with soon. There's also some large chickens down here, some full-size chooks that need to be done something with shortly. Some buttermilk. I've got a heap of buttermilk. Cheese. Wraps, ricotta cheese, big bags of corn. What's this one? Mascarpone. More buttermilk. And what do we got here? Avocado. Big things of avocado. And something sauce. I don't know what that is. Rice, chicken, cheese, more cheese. Oh, more cheese, more cheese. I don't think I'll be buying cheese anytime soon. So there's duck fat, butter, liver, and this one here, this is basically a catch-all. This is where I'm currently putting my bags of tomatoes coming out of the garden. In here I have quite a large pig's head, and there's a whole heap of soup bones and bones for making stock, pumpkin puree, more fruit, there's all sorts of, there's more vegetables, lamb flap, that's got to go to the daughter-in-law's dog. So, as you see, they really need a thorough clean out. This here has a whole heap of peels that I'm going to make the candied peel out of. I also like to make marmalade, and I also make a lot of my own cleaning liquids which contain the peel. So I have 3 or 4 of these left, and I will probably go through them at some point very shortly. I've also just picked a large tub of onions, so I don't think any of these are really good enough to store. So I will have to do something with these probably within the next month or 2. And I've also got these tomatoes which are ripening up beautifully, will very soon go into bags and into the freezer to join their little mates in there. So there we have it. That is a full pantry tour for the beginning of 2025. I do have some stuff still out into the garden, but I won't be going through that on this video because I plan on doing a garden tour very shortly. So you'll have to look out for that one. So this is what I have to start out with, and as you see, there is quite a lot there. There's a lot that I have to do, and I've got projects coming out the wazoo, and I just have to get into it, don't I? So I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up, and I will see you again on another video. Probably one because I will be doing basically what we eat for the week, and I'll be putting that out pretty much every Wednesday. So I'll catch you again soon. All right. Bye folks. Have a good one.